Beaches are rubbish and they are the worst place to spend your free time. Now, I don't mean to be extreme for the sake of like clickbait or whatever, but like I genuinely think that being on the beach is rubbish. It sucks. And I think that Big Beach is just trying to get us to convince us that we need to spend all of this money on stuff that we're going to, you know, take to the beach or whatever. And I don't like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 10 of the biggest reasons why I think the beach is the worst place to spend your free time, especially if the weather's nice. Okay, so number one, sand is only good in theory, right? Call me Anakin Skywalker, I hate sand. It gets everywhere. It's tough to walk in. It gets too hot. It gets in your shoes. It gets between your toes. When you're wet, it sticks to you. It gets on the towel. It gets in the food. It sticks to your drink bottle. It's rubbish. And also, don't be like, oh, I'll go to a pebble beach then, because pebble beaches are just as terrible because they're too hard. There's nowhere comfortable to sit or anything like that. Sand is rubbish, okay? And I think that having to spend all day on it just reminds you how bad it is, right? Hate it. The other thing being that there is, on a beach, more often than not, there's no shade. Like, I'm quite a big fella, right? So I kind of, you know, I get a bit too warm. I burn easily because I am very, very fair. And the fact that on a beach you just have to be hot and there's no shade, it's rubbish. Like, some people really like the sun, okay? And some people really like cooking constantly, like a slow roast. I don't. I like to be able to have a bit of relief. And I know what you're thinking, Jake, take an umbrella. But the thing is, to take like a parasol, right? You have to make room for that in the car, and then you have to carry that massive thing all the way down the beach until you get as far as you need to go in order to, you know, find somewhere to sit that isn't covered by everyone else. And I think that, you know, that is another thing that I mean, these are quite similar to the ones I just wore, but I need you to see that they are different. They've got like, God, they're almost exactly alike, but no, these are a different pair. I'm still committing to this bit. And yeah, well, what are we talking about? Carrying all of your stuff down the beach. It's already too... Right, so say for instance, compare it to inviting everyone over to enjoy the sunshine in your garden. Everything's there. Everything's there. The ground is soft, maybe grass if you've got it. And everything you need is there and everything you could possibly want is there. But at the beach, you have to get it all into the car, and then you have to take it from the car to wherever you are, and then carry it back again afterwards, at least all of the rubbish and stuff. And it's just like, why are we going out so far to do that? Like, I think that while it's fun to sometimes do something somewhere different, if we were going to have a picnic or something, I'd much prefer it on the grass in a park, or, you know, just on like a nature walk or something, because I feel that that's just a lot more, I don't know, a lot better. It's not constantly, oh, and I'll tell you what, one of the worst things about the beach, which is kind of unavoidable, is that it's always crowded with other people, right? Whether it's like someone else's barbecue smoke, or someone's dog, or someone's kids, or someone's screaming babies. It's just never like a chilled out place to be, okay? And there are exceptions to that. I'm going to talk exceptions at the end. But the beach is so rarely the cool, chill, relaxing place that it's sold as. It's like really deceitful marketing, okay? I don't think that the beach is ever what anyone sells it out to be. And talking of like, you know, barbecue smoke and stuff like that, barbecues are an absolute faff, because if you're going to be taking a barbecue to the beach, then you need to not only take that with you, but you also need to take tools for cooking and everything. You need to take like a chill bag that's got all of the food in it to keep it cold enough. And then you need to wait like, what is it, for it to heat up? Like one of those little disposable barbecues, aren't you supposed to wait like 20 minutes or something for it to be hot enough to cook things on? And then you've got all of 10 minutes for it to cook things, which is not long enough to cook a lot of things, I don't think. At least not properly, or if you've got like a lot of people. And then I know what you're saying. If you've got a lot of people, take more barbecues with you. But my friend, then it's more carrying, then it's more rucksacks or whatever else it is, just to be able to size everything up. When like, if you've got a barbecue in the garden, you could just do it there. Which is what I mean, like this is what I'm talking about. I don't hate spending a day at the beach, right? But I feel like I'm alone in the idea that spending a day at the beach is really lowly ranked in terms of things that you can do. Speaking of, how do you keep your tennies cold? Like, I know that you can take a freezer bag and stuff like that, but they're never perfect. Like, you can't keep everything fridge cold, at least not if you're going to spend the whole day on the beach. Do you know what I mean? It's, you know, you're missing out. This is a vegan-friendly premium cider. It's absolutely delicious. Ben found them. And I feel like I'm going to use this chance to tribute this video to Ben, who loves a day at the beach. He loves the beach. So, where was I? Now I've suddenly had a beer, I feel like I really don't have any vitriol. Let's revisit sand. Wet sand. Wet sand when it sticks to you and it's all stuck all over your legs. And I know that there's that trick with the talc powder, right, where it like absorbs all the moisture and then all the sand falls off you, but then you just have dry sand all over you. Sand just is bad enough to be able to get 2 different points, I think. Like, yeah, it's fun to go into the sea and enjoy being in the sea, but then you're covered in sand when you come out. Do you know what I mean? It's all stuck to you, and then you have to get all of your towels and stuff covered in sand so that you can get it all off you. The admin of a beach, the admin of a trip to the beach is just insane. While we're talking about the sea, this might be different in other countries. I know that we've had very pleasant times in the sea when we've gone to, like, say, Gran Canaria or something like that. It's been really good. But in the UK, the sea, you can't see your hand at this length, right? Because the water is so murky and it's too cold and there's nothing to do in it. And there's not like good waves or anything like that. It's just, I don't know, man. It's not a bit of me. I don't love the sea. But obviously there are exceptions to that, right? Like, I've had fun in the sea before on like holidays and stuff, you know, played a bit of ball, played a bit of frisbee. Yeah, do you know what? Maybe it is kind of nice to swim in the sea. But in these specific British beach trip type style ways, no, it's rubbish. It's not a good enough reason to make me want to go to the beach when we could just do something nicer. Okay, 9. Sandy clothes. Yes, it's sand again, all right? Like, maybe I don't hate the beach, and most of it is to do with sand, and I'm realizing that as I make this video. It's nice to go outside, it's nice to be outside, the waves sound nice, but like, I guess the reason that for me, like, a day at the beach is probably lowly ranked, even though I'll probably have at least 1 or 2 days to the beach a year because, you know, friends are going and it's nice to spend time with friends, is then the car's full of sand and you bring sand home and there's sand everywhere and the sand in your hair and the sand in my beard and the sand in the clothes. It's not grand. It's not a bit of me. I'm not going to face that problem if I'm going to like a nice open grassy field or having like a walk through the woods or something like that. There's just so much, I don't know. There's so many fewer drawbacks to those kind of experiences. Number 10, final. I shouldn't have committed to 10. The beach is pretty nice. The beach is pretty nice, and maybe a lot of this is resentment that I can't go right now because we're quarantined. But like, the thing is, I like going out everywhere, but if you asked me to rank like outdoor trip locations by favourites, the beach is probably going to be low, but then like least favourite isn't most hated, not directly anyway. Like, there are exceptions, okay, like there's a beach nearby here that's sort of mostly pebbly and it's got a harbour arm that we like to go to, and so then being at the beach is really nice because it's a beer, there's no sand, and it combines it combines some of my favourite experiences, which are being outside, being in a pub, and hearing the sea. That's why I like the harbour arm, because, you know, you get to socially drink but also enjoy the sun and but there's no sand, and also because it's mostly drinkeries, there's no like loud children, but sometimes there's dogs, so that's fine by me. And like, it's really, really lovely in the kind of like sunsetting kind of, you know, like, I don't really know what the time of day is called, but it's not quite sunset yet, but the sun's getting lower. It's like maybe 5 p.m. or something like that. So it's getting a bit cooler. It's not the hottest time of day, and you can just kind of feel comfortable outside. Do you know what I mean? I love that. And also just having walks on the beach at that kind of time, that's great too. Also, boats are nice, right? Like, it's nice to be on a boat. Thanks to some of my like work travels and stuff, I've been on boats like close to the beach, and that's always really lovely. But I think there are lots of things I like about visiting the beach. Maybe Maybe a lot of these issues are more to do with me than they are the actual location. But like if we go on, say, a sun holiday, I don't want to spend every day on the beach. A couple of beach days, perfect. Like, fine, let's do that. I don't want to spend every day on the beach if there is like a pool with a sun lounger, because to me, that removes all of the negative things about the beach. I can find some shade if I need it. My drinks can stay cold because there'll be a nearby fridge. I can swim if I like to. Like, I think that the drawbacks of the beach are nitpicky at best. But anyway, those are my thoughts on the beach, because summer's coming and all of my friends are already planning to go to the beach, and I know that I'm going to go and I'm probably not going to complain about it because it's going to be really fun, but I'm going to be thinking complaints about it. Anyway, okay, bye. Oh, once I picked up the beer, I got distracted and I didn't put on any more sunglasses. You know, I had like all of these other kind of... I've got my like round steampunky kind of ones. Do you like them? How they look? All of the rubber came out the bridge of the nose though, so that doesn't work particularly well. I mean, these roundies are kind of nice as well, but I think they're not like as... I like that this has the side ones. Anyway, okay, bye.